anus in ASFX. Some of you don't have your anus in ASFX, whatever it is, right? Basically, what I want to make very clear is that for those, you can see we have like a divided group here. We've got guys that are in ASFX that know how we trade, that know the three systems, and they're here every day to see how I'm doing it and to confirm if they're doing it similarly or at least in line with the edge. Edge being the rules that we've back tested. For those of you that are not in ASFX, the best way to get started, of course, is going to be the starter pack. But like I said, the crash course comes out on Thursday. The crash course is not going to teach you exactly where to get in and exactly where to get out. It's step one. We can't just jump right in there, especially if you come into someone's live stream that you've never seen before and you go, hey, tell me what you think about my positions. I need some help. I'm stuck in buys. If that's you, we need you to go all the way back and not just jump in with the starter pack and start with the crash course. You need to relearn so much if that's already where you're at. If you're already in your trading journey to the point where you're taking trades, but you don't understand why, and you're asking, again, some random person like me that you don't even know to give you advice on those positions, you should really rethink what you're doing because you're gambling. You're not trying to build a business. You have no rules. You have no edge. You have no system. So that's why I'm going to push really hard with this new crash course, not just because it's cheap, not just because it's valuable, but because I think for a lot of you guys, you need to relearn some things that were taught to you inaccurately. You have preconditioned beliefs that are not accurate about trading, and we need to break them if you're going to be able to trade the ASFX systems properly. So get excited for Thursday because I think this crash course is going to not only help the guys that are in ASFX and are already trying to implement the three systems, but it's really going to help people like a lot of you guys are or can absolutely relate to, the people that need to relearn some things and rebuild their foundation following what it means to be a self-sufficient and consistently profitable trader, not asking someone else for signals, asking someone else for analysis. So get excited for Thursday because once this thing is out, I want it in everybody's hands. I'm going to be pushing it to everybody. I want the guys that are already in ASFX to help me share this with their grandma because I think anyone that's interested in Forex or anyone that's trying to get their Forex trading on the right path is going to find value in the crash course. I guarantee it. You've never spent this little amount of money and learned so much. Guaranteed. That's what everyone's going to say in the testimonials. That's what I've heard so far. So that's why I'm saying it. But that's what I'm really focused on this week, guys. I want you to understand we need to relearn things sometimes. And that's what the crash course is going to help you guys do. Let's see. Austin, what will you do if you're in a trade and divergence is forming against it? It depends on what time frame that the divergence is forming against it. But if it's like, if I'm in the 15-minute trade and it's just forming divergence, but it's still holding the 8 EMA for me, I'm not going to bail on the trade yet. I'd rather use EMA breaks to get out of the trade rather than just divergence because divergence can build for a long time. Tika said, if price action is clean and showing structure, but the L50 is swapping, would you look at it? Not always. It depends on how long it's been swapping. If it's a small swap, yes. But if it's very indecisive, then no, not often. That's just not my edge. Looking forward to see the price of it. If someone can guess the price of it, maybe I'll tell you. I'll tell you it is less than $25. So, yeah. It will be cheap. It will be, there's no excuse to not buy it. That's what the marketing team told me. They said, build a new course, but make it so that it's jam-packed with value because we're going to basically give it away for free. It's going to be what they call the fuck it purchase because it's so cheap. It's like, of course I'm going to buy that because it's going to help me and I spend that much money on a fucking coffee. $17? Nope. Sorry, Nuke. Lost your guess. Close, but no. So look at Euro NZD, everybody. We just had our candle close 2 minutes ago. You see how it's holding that downshift, right? 69 cents. That'd be funny. No, not 69 cents. What the fuck? I'm getting it. Yo, I mean, listen, don't they always say, what's the Dave Ramsey? Dave Ramsey always goes, stop spending $5 on coffee. Invest your $5 and get rich, right? No, bro. How about buy your $5 coffee and meet somebody at the coffee shop that'll help you get rich? Don't worry about making shitty ass dollar coffee at home. Anyway, let's look at this right here. I see some people guessing. Some of you guys are close. I'll tell you, two of the guys so far are pretty close. Three people pretty close to the price. You guys will get it. You'll see. If you see 2-to-1, Tika, I'll come back to that in a second. Nope, it's not $20 for everybody saying $19.99, $19.95. Nope, it's not that. Where am I trying to go here? This one. So I'm saying here, let me explain this. So basically what I'm saying to everybody in the chat, Tika, I'll come to your question in a second. But what I'm saying to everybody in our group chat is this is a great example for ASFX members, for those of you that are here. This is a great example of why we want to see the 8 and 21 EMA shift up first before we look to trade the D1. This has helped me save a lot of money with my D1 trades. If we look at the 1 minute, you have the divergence here set in. But notice it pulls the market sentiment into the buy zone. That's where we would then come in and look for retests. Doesn't do that because it's in a downshift, pulls the market sentiment back into the sell zone, and now it's falling lower. That's because the 15-minute never shifted up. If the 15-minute was in an upshift, we probably would have gotten some type of a better entry signal on the 1 minute. So again, save this markup if you're in ASFX. If you're trying to learn the D1, this is a great example. If I'm buying it, I need it to be in an upshift. Not about to shift up. That doesn't cut it. It needs to be in the upshift. It's going to increase your win rate. Austin, for everybody here that is looking at this, please save this and mark that up. Tika said, so if you see 1 to 2, or 2 to 1 is how you should say it, to ADR, but there's divergence in the way, like here, but the divergence is not overbought or oversold, you're going to take the trade. If it presented a good, solid entry signal, Tika, yes. Yes. Is anyone getting, let's see, Grant said, if anyone is thinking about getting any of the ASFX courses, do it. I have not been with ASFX for long, but my trading has exponentially grown. I love that, Grant. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you very much, bro. I'm glad that it's helpful. I'm glad to be of assistance. Let's let this settle right now. I'm not in any trades. Euro JPY, even if it, as you can see, it's coming off the 21, holding the 8 above the 21 here. Even as that's set up, that's not an A1 entry. So there's nothing we're doing with this. I'm just marking this up as a big formation, and we'll see how this plays out. I think it comes up, but just because I think it comes up doesn't mean we buy it, right? Let's go over to some crypto stuff and just talk about this. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback here today. Ripple's down 8%. Bitcoin down almost 4% today. But we knew that. Bitcoin coming into this support zone here back from March of 2021, we knew it was going to slow down here a little bit at 50,000. We knew that. Doge is down 8% today. This is a pretty big pullback for Doge. If Doge slips under 26 cents, it'd be tough to see it coming back up above that very quickly. So keep an eye on 26 cents for Doge. Cardano's pulling back 7% today. Ethereum is down 5% today even. So it's a red day for crypto, which is interesting because like I said at the top of the stream, today is the day that El Salvador, all the public news from El Salvador about them buying 400 Bitcoin, and now Bitcoin's down 3%. The deep dive to help me a lot to Boy to Bad said, wait for the shift. Yep, exactly, Tika. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yep, 100%. Good. Tika, I'm looking forward to meeting you next week at the seminar. It's exciting. It's our last seminar of 2021. We have the retreat coming up in December, but our last seminar of 2021 is next Friday here in Tampa. Very excited for that. Very, very excited. Check out the rip on Solana crypto. Let's see Solana. Yeah, look at that, bro. Holy shit. From July 20th to now, it went up 813% in 52 days. That's pretty impressive. It's unbelievable. It's going to be sad when all this stuff comes back. When we see a pullback here, like this reminds me of just if you look at like SPY, if you look at this on the monthly, just look at how overextended this thing is. Look at the gaps in the monthly candles here, even from comparative to like 2013, 2014, during that bull run, we didn't have as many gaps. Like these last few months have just been unbelievable. If this was to even pull back 28%, that's to the 50 EMA, which would be like a light pullback. That'd be a great buying opportunity. Imagine if we see a 50% pullback. S&P goes from 450 down to 200. People would lose their fucking minds. Tika's excited. Good, yeah. Look how overbought it is, too. Every time this has come to overbought, there's always been a pullback. Going back to 2007, pulled back 50% there. Once this was overbought here, it only ended up pulling back a little bit. That pullback was only a 15% pullback. Here, when it was overbought, it pulled back 18%. And now here, even if we saw just an 18% pullback, that would be down towards about the 21 EMA. It's bound to come. Bound to come, in my opinion. When? I don't know. I can't predict the future. Gonna take GN off my list because that doesn't need anything today. Euro USD. I'm not going to be trading this today because now you've got this divergence. So to everybody's question, we had some questions about like if divergence is there, but it's not oversold, would you still draw it? See how like this is very clear, like that RSI falling and this price action, or sorry, the RSI rising and price action falling. That's very clear. So naturally, I'm going to still mark that one up. And then if you draw the zone using that biggest pin, you can see it's still respecting that zone, right? So that in this situation, even though it's not oversold, I'm still going to be looking at it and taking it